131 to Swami Brahmananda, Srinagar, 1st August 1898. My dear Akhal, you are always under a delusion, and it does not leave you because of the strong influence, good or bad, of other brains. It is this: whenever I write to you about accounts, you feel that I have no confidence in you. My great anxiety is this: the work has somehow been started, but it should go on and progress even when we are not here. Such thoughts worry me day and night. Any amount of theoretical knowledge one may have, but unless one does the thing actually, nothing is learnt. I refer repeatedly to election, accounts, and discussion so that everybody may be prepared to shoulder the work. If one man dies, another, why another only, 10 if necessary, should be ready to take it up. Secondly, if a man's interest in a thing is not roused, he will not work wholeheartedly. All should be made to understand that everyone has a share in the work and property, and a voice in the management. This should be done while there is yet time. Give a responsible position to everyone alternately, but keep a watchful eye so that you can control when necessary. Thus only can men be trained for the work. Set up such a machine as will go on automatically, no matter who dies or lives. We Indians suffer from a great defect, which is we cannot make a permanent organization. And the reason is that we never like to share power with others and never think of what will come after we are gone. I have already written everything regarding the plague. Mrs. Bull and Mrs. Muller and others are of opinion that it is not desirable to spend money uselessly when hospitals have been started in every ward. We lend our services as nurses and the like. Those that pay the piper must command the tune. The Maharaja of Kashmir has agreed to give us a plot of land. I have also visited the site. Now the matter will be finalized in a few days if the Lord wills. Right now, before leaving, I hope to build a small house here. I shall leave it in the charge of Justice Mukherjee when departing. Why not come here with somebody else and spend the winter? Your health will improve, and a need, too, will be fulfilled. The money I have set apart for the press will be sufficient for the purpose, but all will be as you decide. This time I shall surely get some money from NWP, Rajputana, and other places. Well, give as directed, money to a few persons. I am borrowing this amount from the mutt and will pay it back to you with interest. My health is all right in a way. It is good news that the building work has begun. My love to all. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 132. To Miss Mary Hale, Srinagar, Kashmir, 28th August 1898. My dear Mary, I could not make an earlier opportunity of writing you, and knowing that you were in no hurry for a letter, I will not make apologies. You are learning all about Kashmir and ourselves from Miss MacLeod's letter to Mrs. Leggett. I hear, therefore, needless going into long rigmaroles about it. The search for Hinshold's Mahatmas in Kashmir will be entirely fruitless, and as the whole thing has first to be established as coming from a creditable source, the attempt will also be a little too early. How are Mother Church and Father Pope and where? How are you ladies, young and old? Going on with the old game with more zest now that one has fallen off the ranks? How is the lady that looks like a certain statue in Florence? I have forgotten the name. I always bless her arms when I think of the comparison. I have been away a few days. Now I am going to join the ladies. The party then goes to a nice quiet spot behind a hill in a forest through which a murmuring stream flows, to have meditation deep and long under the deodars, trees of God, cross-legged a la Buddha. This will be for a month or so, when by that time our good work will have spent its powers and we shall fall from this paradise to earth again. Then work out our karma a few months and then we'll have to go to hell for bad karma in China. And our evil deeds will make us sink in bad odors with the world in Canton and other cities. Thence purgatory in Japan, and regain paradise once more in the US of America. This is what Pumpkin Swami, brother of the Kumra Swami, foretells. In Bengali, Kumra means squash. He is very clever with his hands. In fact, his cleverness with his hands has several times brought him into great dangers. I wish to send you so many nice things, but alas, the thought of the tariff makes my desires vanish like youth in women and beggars' dreams. By the by, I am glad now that I am growing grey every day. My head will be a full-blown white lotus by the time you see me next. Ah, Mary, if you could see Kashmir, only Kashmir, the marvelous lakes full of lotuses and swans. There are no swans but geese, poetic license, and the big black bee trying to settle on the wind-shaken lotus. I mean the lotus nods him off, refusing a kiss, poetry. Then you could have a good conscience on your deathbed. As this is earthly paradise, and as logic says one bird in the hand is equal to two in the bush, a glimpse of this is wiser, but economically the other better. No trouble, no labor, no expense, a little namby-pamby dolly life, and later, that is all. My letter is becoming a bore, so I stop. It is sheer idleness. Good night. Ever yours in the Lord, Vivekananda. My address always is Mutt Belur, Howrah District, Bengal, India. 133. To Sri Haripada Mitra, Srinagar, Kashmir, 17th September 1898. Dear Haripada, I got all news from your letter and wire. That you may easily pass your examination in Sindhi is my prayer to the Lord. Recently, my health was very bad, and so I have been delayed. Otherwise, I had intended to leave for the Punjab this week. The doctor had advised me not to go to the plains at the present time, as it is very hot there. Perhaps I may reach Karachi by about the last week of October. Now I am doing somewhat well. There is nobody else with me now excepting two American friends, ladies. Probably I shall part from them at Lahore. They will wait for me in Calcutta or in Rajputana. I shall probably visit Kutch, Bhuj, Junagadh, Bhavnagar, Limri, and Baroda and then proceed to Calcutta. My present plan is to go to America via China and Japan in November or December, but it is all in the hands of the Lord. The above mentioned American friends bear all my expenses, and I shall take from them all my expenses, including railway fare up to Karachi. But if it is convenient to you, send me rupees 50 by wire, care of Rishibar Mukhopadhyay, Chief Justice, Kashmir State, Srinagar. It will be a great help to me, for I have incurred much extra expense of late owing to illness, and I feel a little ashamed to have to depend always on my foreign devotees. With best wishes, yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 134. To Sri Haripada Mitra, Lahore, 16th October 1898. My dear Haripada, in Kashmir my health has completely broken down, and I have not witnessed the Durga Puja for the last 9 years. So I am starting for Calcutta. I have for the present given up the plan of going to America. I think I shall have plenty of time to go to Karachi during the winter. My brother disciple Saradananda will send rupees 50 from Lahore to Karachi. Don't yield to sorrow. Everything is in God's hands. Certainly I won't go anywhere this year without meeting all of you. My blessings to all. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. 135. To Miss Josephine MacLeod, 57 Ramkanta Bose Street, Calcutta, 12th November 1898. My dear Joe, I have invited a few friends to dinner tomorrow, Sunday. We expect you at tea. Everything will be ready then. Sri Mother is going this morning to see the new mutt. I am also going there. Today at 6 p.m. Nivedita is going to preside. If you feel like it, and Mrs. Bull Strong, do come. Ever yours in the Lord, Vivekananda. 136. To Miss Mary Hale, Mutt Belur, Howrah District, 16th March 1899. My dear Mary, thanks to Mrs. Adams, she roused you naughty girls to a letter at last. Out of sight, out of mind, as true in India as in America. And the other young lady, who just left her love as she flitted by, deserves a ducking, I suppose. Well, I have been in a sort of merry-go-round with my body which has been trying to convince me for months that it too much exists. However, no fear. With 4 mental healing sisters as I have, no sinking just now. Give me a strong pull and a long pull, will you, all together, and then I am up. Why do you talk so much about me in your 1 letter a year and so little about the 4 witches mumbling mantras over the boiling pot in a corner of Chicago? Did you come across Max Muller's new book, Ramakrishna, His Life and Sayings? If you have not, do, and let Mother see it. How is Mother? Growing grey? And Father Pope? Who have been our last visitors from America, do you suppose? Brother, love is a drawing card. And Mrs. Meal. They have been doing splendid in Australia and elsewhere. The same old fellies, little changed if any. I wish you could come to visit India. That will be some day in the future. By the by, Mary, I heard a few months ago when I was rather worrying over your long silence that you were just hooking a willy and so busy with your dances and parties. That explained, of course, your inability to write. But Willie or no Willie, I must have my money, don't forget. Harriet is discreetly silent since she got her boy. But where is my money, please? Remind her and her husband of it. If she is woolly, I am greasy Bengali, as the English call us here. Lord, where is my money? I have got a monastery on the Ganga now, after all, thanks to American and English friends. Tell mother to look sharp. I am going to deluge your Yankee land with idolatrous missionaries. Tell Mr. Woolley he got the sister but has not paid the brother yet. Moreover, it was the fat, black, queerly dressed apparition smoking in the parlor that frightened many a temptation away, and that was one of the causes which secured Harriet to Mr. Woolley. Therefore, I want to be paid for my great share in the work, etc., etc. Plead strong, will you? I do so wish I could come over to America with Joe for this summer, but man proposes and who disposes? Not God, surely, always. Well, let things slide as they will. Here is Abhayananda, Mary Louise, you know, and she has been very well received in Bombay and Madras. She will be in Calcutta tomorrow, and we are going to give her a good reception too. My love to Miss Howe, Mrs. Adams, to Mother Church, and Father Pope, and all the rest of my friends across the 7 oceans. We believe in 7 oceans, one of milk, one of honey, one of curd, one wine, one sugarcane juice, one salt, one I forget what. To you 4 sisters I waft my love across the ocean of honey. Ever sincerely your brother, Vivekananda. P.S. Write when you find time between dances. V. 137. To Mr. E.T. Sturdy. Port Said, 14th July 1899. My dear Sturdy, I got your letter all right just now. I have one from M. Noble of Paris too. Miss Noble has several from America. M. Noble writes to me to defer my visit to him at Paris to some other date from London, as he will have to be away for a long time. As you know sure, I shall not have many friends staying now in London, and Miss MacLeod is so desirous I should come. A stay in England under these circumstances is not advisable. Moreover, I do not have much life left. At least I must go on with that supposition. I mean, if anything has to be done in America, it is high time we bring our scattered influence in America to a head, if not organized regularly. Then I shall be free to return to England in a few months and work with a will till I return to India. I think you are absolutely wanted to gather up, as it were, the American work. If you can, therefore, you ought to come over with me. Turyananda is with me. Saradananda's brother is going to Boston. In case you cannot come to America, I ought to go, ought I not? Yours, Vivekananda. 138. To Miss Josephine MacLeod, The Limes, Woodsides, Wimbledon, 3rd August 1899. My dear Joe, we are in at last. Turyananda and I have beautiful lodgings here. Saradananda's brother is with Miss Noble and starts Monday next. I have recovered quite a bit by the voyage. It was brought about by the exercise on the dumbbells and monsoon storms tumbling the steamer about the waves. Queer, isn't it? Hope it will remain. Where is our mother, the worshipful Brahmini cow of India? She is with you in New York, I think. Sturdy is away, Mrs. Johnson and everybody. Margot is rather worried at that. She cannot come to US till next month. Already I have come to love the sea. The fish avatara is on me, I am afraid. Good deal of him in me, I'm sure, a Bengali. How is Alberta, the old folks and the rest of them? I had a beautiful letter from dear Mrs. Brer Rabbit. She could not meet us in London. She started before we arrived. It is nice and warm here, rather too much they say. I have become for the present a Shunyavadi, a believer in nothingness, or void. No plans, no afterthought, no attempt for anything. Laissez-faire to the fullest. Well, Joe, Margot would always take your side on board the steamer whenever I criticized you or the divine cow. Poor child, she knows so little. The upshot of the whole is, Joe, that there cannot be any work in London because you are not here. You seem to be my fate. Grind on, old lady. It is karma and none can avoid. Say I look several years younger by this voyage. Only when the heart gives a lurch, I feel my age. What is this osteopathy anyway? Will they cut off a rib or two to cure me? Not I. No manufacturing of. From my ribs, sure. Whatever it be, it will be hard work for him to find my bones. My bones are destined to make corals in the Ganga. Now I am going to study French if you give me a lesson every day. But no grammar business. Only I will read and you explain in English. Kindly give my love to Abhedananda and ask him to get ready for Turyananda. I will leave with him. Write soon. With all love, etc. Vivekananda. 139. To Miss Mary Halboister, Care of Miss Noble, 21A High Street, Wimbledon, August 1899. My dear Mary, I'm in London again. This time not busy, not hustling about, but quietly settled down in a corner, waiting to start for the US America on the first opportunity. My friends are nearly all out of London in the country and elsewhere, and my health not sufficiently strong. So you are happy in the midst of your lakes and gardens and seclusion in Canada. I'm glad, so glad to know that you are up again on top of the tide. May you remain there forever. You could not finish the Raja Yoga translation yet. All right, there is no hurry. Time and opportunity must come if it is to be done, you know, otherwise we vainly strive. Canada must be beautiful now, with its short but vigorous summer, and very healthy. I expect to be in New York in a few weeks and don't know what next. I hope to come back to England next spring. I fervently wish no misery ever came near anyone, yet it is that alone that gives us an insight into the depths of our lives, does it not? In our moments of anguish, gates barred forever seem to open and let in many a flood of light. We learn as we grow. Alas, we cannot use our knowledge here. The moment we seem to learn, we are hurried off the stage. And this is Maya. This toy world would not be here, this play could not go on, if we were knowing players. We must play blindfolded. Some of us have taken the part of the rogue of the play, some heroic. Never mind, it is all play. This is the only consolation. There are demons and lions and tigers and what not on the stage, but they are all muzzled. They snap but cannot bite. The world cannot touch our souls. If you want, even if the body be torn and bleeding, you may enjoy the greatest peace in your mind. And the way to that is to attain hopelessness. Do you know that? Not the imbecile attitude of despair, but the contempt of the conqueror for things he has attained, for things he struggled for and then throws aside as beneath his worth. This hopelessness, desirelessness, aimlessness is just the harmony with nature. In nature there is no harmony, no reason, no sequence. It was chaos before, it is so still. The lowest man is in consonance with nature in his earthy headness, the highest the same in the fullness of knowledge. All three aimless, drifting, hopeless. All three happy. You want a chatty letter, don't you? I have not much to chat about. Mr. Sturdy came last 2 days. He goes home in Wales tomorrow. I have to book my passage for New York in a day or two. None of my old friends have I seen yet except Miss Sauter and Max Geisek, who are in London. They have been very kind, as they always were. I have no news to give you, as I know nothing of London yet. I don't know where Gertrude Orchard is, else would have written to her. Miss Kate Steele is also away. She is coming on Thursday or Saturday. I had an invitation to stay in Paris with a friend, a very well-educated Frenchman, but I could not go this time. I hope another time to live with him some days. I expect to see some of our old friends and say good day to them. I hope to see you in America, sure. Either I may unexpectedly turn up in Ottawa in my peregrinations or you come to New York. Goodbye. All luck be yours. Ever yours in the Lord, Vivekananda. 140. To Swami Brahmananda, London, 10th August 1899. My dear Akhal, I got a lot of news from your letter. My health was much better on the ship, but after landing, owing to flatulence, it is rather bad now. There is a lot of difficulty here. All friends have gone out of town for the summer. In addition, my health is not so good, and there is a lot of inconvenience regarding food, etc. So in a few days I leave for America. Send an account to Mrs. Bull as to how much was spent on purchase of land, how much on buildings, how much on maintenance, etc. Sarada writes that the magazine is not going well. Let him publish the account of my travels and thoroughly advertise it beforehand. He will have subscribers rushing in. Do people like a magazine if 3/4 of it are filled with pious stuff? Anyway, pay special attention to the magazine. Mentally take it as though I were not. Act independently on this basis. We depend on the elder brother for money, learning, everything. Such an attitude is the road to ruin. If all the money even for the magazine is to be collected by me, and all the articles too are from my pen, what will you all do? What are our sahibs then doing? I have finished my part. You do what remains to be done. Nobody is there to collect a single penny, nobody to do any preaching. None has brains enough to take proper care of his own affairs. None has the capacity to write one line, and all are saints for nothing. If this be your condition, then for 6 months give everything into the hands of the boys magazine, money, preaching work, etc. If they are also not able to do anything, then sell off everything and returning the proceeds to the donors go about as mendicants. I get no news at all from the mutt. What is Sharad doing? I want to see work done. Before dying, I want to see that what I have established as a result of my lifelong struggle is put in a more or less running condition. Consult the committee in every detail regarding money matters. Get the signatures of the committee for every item of expenditure. Otherwise, you also will be in for a bad name. This much is customary that people want some time or other an account of their donations. It is very wrong not to have it ready at every turn. By such lethargy in the beginning, people finally become cheats. Make a committee of all those who are in the mutts, and no expenditure will be made which is not countersigned by them. None at all. I want work, I want vigor, no matter who lives or dies. What are death and life to a sannyasin? If Sharath cannot rouse up Calcutta, if you are not able to construct the embankment this year, then you will see the fun. I want work, no humbug about it. My respectful salutations to Holy Mother. Yours affectionately, Vivekananda.